Live. Okay. We are here live. Could everyone hear me? Could everyone hear me? We are here live at 79th Street Barbecue, Intellectual Radio, the Ownership Club 106.3. And guess what? I want everyone that can hear me, make some noise real quick. Everybody make some noise if you came out here to celebrate the car show as well as 79th Street Barbecue. So again, I want a special shout out to Crossroads Corvette Club. If you are not here, come on out to Calumet City. We will be here all night celebrating this amazing day, partnership with 79th Street Barbecue. And guess what? Yes, that is the Financial Power Hour here, the Ownership Club. And we have an amazing show today. And I'm sitting next to a gentleman to my left. When I tell you this man doesn't need an introduction, this man has been doing some amazing things in business. But when I tell you, when I first heard his name, I wanted to say, OMG. This is a man truly about business. This is a man truly about bringing information to the community. This is a man about passive residual income. And again, we are here at the Financial Power Hour on Intellectual Radio, the Ownership Club, which we are. If you see us, the background, yes, we have an amazing event that is going live. So, Mr. Robert Johnson, how you doing today, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing well, brother. Thank you for that introduction. You're the best hype man I've heard from.
Oh man, you know what? This is what I love to do. And I don't know if y'all hear that music in the background, but it is jamming. We are having an amazing event. But today is all about business, Mr. Johnson. It's all about business.
Absolutely.
And when I tell you, I wanted to talk to you and jump in on a couple of different things. Number one, who is Robert Johnson?
Well, as you said, I love helping Black people, especially Black entrepreneurs. So, again, my name is Robert Johnson. I'm the managing partner of a social impact management consulting firm called the Solomon Group. But really what I am is a lawpreneur. I've been a lawyer here in Chicago for 30 years, been a serial entrepreneur since the age of 12. Grew up not too far from here in Ford Heights. So shout out to my folks from Ford Heights.
Shout out to Ford House. Shout out to Ford Heights. Okay.
So what I've spent a bulk of my career, I spent at McDonald's as in-house counsel for McDonald's Corporation about 15 years. Was essentially the Olivia Pope at McDonald's. It was my job to make bad things go away so that you wouldn't read about them in the newspaper. Anything from somebody being allegedly raped, murdered, shot, stabbed, down to having hot coffee poured on them.
Wow.
I made those things go away.
Okay.
Was an entrepreneur within McDonald's. I created a business in McDonald's that saved it about $70 million. And then I went over to the business side, became the company liaison to all the Black McDonald's owner operators in the system.
Wow.
Helping them grow their businesses.
Wow.
Really focused on helping them create wealth and decided to do that.
Create wealth.
While I was at McDonald's, started my own company, the Solomon Group.
Okay.
I started back in 2009. And it was really centered around trying to raise capital for minority and women entrepreneurs and grow and scale their businesses.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years in various iterations and starting other businesses as well. Businesses, one that's focused on economic development in the Bronzeville area. We're trying to redevelop the 47th Street corridor.
Okay.
To return it to its heyday as an arts and entertainment district. Then part of another business with some other brothers trying to create the largest minority-owned business in the green and sustainability and renewable energy space.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. In reference to business, what do you feel is your greatest gift?
My greatest gift in business is to take what I've learned on Wall Street and in the corporate finance arena and translate it to the hood or translate it to MLK. So take the things that I've learned either in my corporate career or as a corporate lawyer and figure out how to utilize those same tools and resources to make them work in our community.
Okay. So I understand what you do. So you represent a lot of small businesses to make sure that they're legally protected and also scaling their business up to a franchise level.
Exactly. My goal is to create the next Black billion-dollar brands. So taking what I've learned from working for, at the time, it was a $65 billion corporation, and trying to translate that into a language that our people can understand so that they can understand the nuances of what it takes their enterprises to be successful, for them to scale, to get access to capital, to develop systems, and to ultimately, if there's a way to franchise their business, to do that. Franchising is the most powerful business model that's out there. I just want to give you a few statistics. Of the 3.5 million black businesses that exist in the United States, 96% of them are solopreneurs. That means it's just one person with no employees out there basically hustling. And that's the issue. You can't sell or scale a solopreneur business. And so, unfortunately, we also know the statistic that 9 out of 10 businesses fail. The flip side of that is 7 out of 10 franchises succeed. Why? There's about 7 reasons why franchises succeed. One, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have somebody who has a vested interest in your success. As brilliant as the two of us are, if we decided that we wanted to start a business, a bank is not going to give us any money unless we decided that we wanted to get a franchise. A bank would trip over itself to finance us. We can even get an SBA loan if we decided that we wanted a franchise. Why? Because it's a proven business model that somebody already has figured out how to make it work. And oftentimes the franchisor has either financing for the franchisee, or they have preferred lenders, or 99.9% of franchises are SBA approved. And the other 0.9% that are not SBA approved is real easy to get them approved. Third, I just said that 96% of our businesses are solopreneurs. A franchise teaches you how to hire employees. It teaches you how to scale. That's the whole point of it, is teaching you how to grow the business. And the only way you can grow the business is to duplicate yourself. And the only way that you can duplicate yourself is with employees. 4, every entrepreneur, unfortunately, most entrepreneurs don't understand that the only way that you create wealth is through what's called an exit or a liquidity event. That means you got to sell your business. Well, I already told you, you ain't going to sell it if it's just you. So a franchise, by definition, has an exit strategy. You bought it, you can sell it. There's a whole secondary market for selling franchises. Or you can even sell it back to the franchisor once you decide that you need to retire. 5, in our community, a lot of folks, unfortunately, have had a brush with the justice system. In other words, as the young folks say, they had to sit down. You definitely ain't gonna get a bank loan if you had to sit down. However, if you sit across from a franchisor and the franchisor looks at you and understands that you paid your debt to society and feels that they can make money with you, there's no prohibition of you getting a franchise if you've had to sit down. That is a huge benefit to many people in our community. The last 2 reasons. Franchisees are able to scale their business at a rate much faster than any other business. Let's say you and I decide that we want to open up a coffee shop. Let's say it costs $150,000 for us to open up a coffee shop. And it's going well. And we want to open up another coffee shop. Well, it's going to cost us another $150,000 to open up the second one. Chances are we probably ain't got that $150,000. But if we decide that we want to franchise that business, I, with my expertise, can franchise any business for $20,000. And I do that for our community. I don't do it for everybody, but I do it for people in our community. And I'll let you pay that over time as you get the necessary capital in order to pay for the documents, the legal documents that you need in order to franchise.
Wow.
Why is that so important? Because if you go try to franchise it with iFran or FranCor, the other major franchising companies, they charge you $150,000. Most of our black entrepreneurs can't afford $150,000. Now, let's put that in context. The average franchise fee is $50,000. You pay $20,000 to get your business franchised. You sell one for $50,000, use $30,000 to the good. But that's not the power of franchising. The power of franchising is you not only do you get that franchise fee, but now you get a 3 to 6% royalty on that individual franchisee's sales every month. But the biggest part is now you don't have to pay another $150,000 for your second location. The franchisee has to go get a bank loan to pay for the second location, which I just told you was SBA approved, and they can get it from the bank. So now you got 2 locations bearing your brand that you can earn revenue off of in multiple ways: the franchise fee, the royalty, and then typically there's a co-op fee that the franchisees pay into to do marketing of your brand. That's why franchising is such a powerful model, because somebody else is financing the growth of your business. In the case of McDonald's, where I work, they take it to the next level. They also own the land upon which the franchise sits.
Mm-hmm.
I ask this question every time I have a conversation about franchising. I ask people, what does McDonald's sell? And 9 times out of 10, they get the answer wrong. And I'm going to ask you this question because you're a brilliant brother. What does McDonald's sell?
Real estate.
Nope. So far, I'm 100%. Everybody gets it wrong. McDonald's sells one thing. They do not sell hamburgers. They do not sell French fries. They do not sell milkshakes. McDonald's sells franchises. That's the only thing McDonald's sells. When I left in 2014, they were a $65 billion company. I don't even know what they're worth now because they sold franchises. So I told you earlier that I represented the Black McDonald's owner operators. At the time, 500 of them. 500 multimillionaires because they own franchises. The average McDonald's in our community does $2.8 million. Think about that. The little restaurant you drive past every day that you don't pay no attention to does $6.8 million. 2.8, on average, $2.8 million. Employs 65 people, run by somebody who may or may not have a college education because they're following a playbook. Average Wendy's does 1.8. The average Burger King does 1.315. Average Subway does about $1 million. Franchises work in our community. They just sell the franchises that exist in our community just sell crap. So don't mess with the model, mess with the product that they sell. There's over 10,000 different franchises out there that we could have in our community. Or better yet, as I said, I could franchise this restaurant for $20,000 and we can have this all, instead of McDonald's on every corner, we can have a 79th Street barbecue on every corner. Because what did I tell you? Franchisees become millionaires, franchisors become billionaires.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason why I focus on teaching folks how to franchise or getting franchises as a way to close the racial wealth gap. Right now, the deficit between the black and white wealth gap is growing. White families on average have 10 times the wealth, 10 to 15 times the wealth of black families, in large part because of entrepreneurship. The businesses that we have don't make money. Entrepreneur is just a fancy French word for hustler. If you're not making no money, if you're not creating a business that you can sell or that you can fund your retirement with, then you're not creating wealth.
Right.
The vast majority of our businesses generate wealth. They generate income. There's a difference.
Yes.
Second form that I'm trying to teach black people how to create to buy businesses. You and I had a conversation before about real estate. You were talking about buy and hold. Everybody wants to flip houses. You can flip businesses. The same process that you need to buy a house is the exact same, almost identical process to buy an existing business.
Sometimes it's easier.
It's much easier because in order to buy a house, you got to rely on your personal credit. To buy a business, you rely on the business's income. The bank will finance you based upon the business income, less on your personal credit.
Absolutely.
So the same process that you go to buy a house, you get a real estate broker. You say, hey, this is how much money I got. This is where I want to live. This is the kind of house that I'm looking for. The same thing you do when you want to buy a business. The only difference is instead of looking at the MLS, you look at a website like bizbuy.com.
Absolutely.
And you engage somebody like me who is also a business broker who will help you go through the process of buying a business. Businesses are sold confidentially. When you sell your house, you put a sign in front of it and say, my house is for sale. Why? Because you want everybody to know that it's for sale.
Same thing
when you sell your business, you don't want everybody to know it's for sale. Businesses are sold confidentially. They put a picture, a generic picture on the website and give you a description of the business and the revenue. Why don't you want everybody to know you're selling your business? Because your employees will leave. or your competitor will try to buy your business. So
Mhm.
businesses are sold confidentially through business brokers who then take you when the business is closed or pretend that you are a customer and take you into the business and show you around the business so that you can do your due diligence.
Absolutely.
And then you go to the bank and you give the bank the business records of the business, and the bank looks at it and says, hey, this business is making money. It can pay me back the loan that I need to give you to buy the business. Or what a lot of people don't know is usually the person that is selling the business will give you a loan to buy their business.
Mhm.
It's called seller financing. Why? Because they want to get out from up under the business, and they know the business makes money. So I'm going to loan you the money to buy the business, but you pay me back the money from the business that I just sold you to pay me so that I can get out of the business. That's how it
Mhm.
works.
Man, listen, wealth of knowledge.
So I know that was a lot, but
That wasn't a lot. That was a lot for somebody that doesn't understand business. And when I tell you, you are truly uh, a wealth of knowledge, and I think that a lot of times when they say the student is what this when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And here at the Ownership Club on Intellectual Radio Ownership Club, we love to bring a wealth of knowledge in our community for individuals that really want to understand what wealth building is. I think for me, when we first started this journey, it was all about positive environment, positive thoughts, and what it is you put in is what's going to come out. It's all about just understanding how much you want to grow, and being, just listening to your story, listening to how you have a wealth of knowledge. Personal development is a key to everyone's success, and for individuals that want to tap into you, they want to tap into some of the things you're doing. They want to tap into leadership. They want to tap into how do they get their franchise completed. How do they reach you?
sure. They can email me. The best way to email me is at rjohnson at solomonint.com. Or they can go to the website, the Solomon Group, and fill out an inquiry and set up an appointment. Be happy to talk to them about whatever their situation is, whether it be a legal matter or if they're trying to get access to capital. We're about to launch a new product that we call Best Money Moves, which is a bespoke product that is focused on our community to teach people how to make better financial decisions for their personal lives or for their businesses. And that will be self-taught and self-generated. It has an AI algorithm that after you answer a couple of questions, it gives you a score based upon what's stressing you out about your money. And it'll curate particular information
Mhm.
customized to your situation that'll help you make better money choices, or if you're a small business owner, to identify products that'll help you deal with whatever business issue you're dealing with.
Well, listen, man, we are going to be here for the next hour and 30 minutes here at the Financial Power Hour. And I'm so excited because Mr. Robert Johnson is going to be here until 5 o'clock. So, again, tune in. We are here at 79th Street Barbecue in Calumet City. And when I tell you, we have an amazing outdoor Corvette car show from the Crosswords Corvette Club. When I tell you, it's about how many Corvettes you think out there outside?
400 easy.
400 Corvette clubs. We have some amazing food at 79th Street Barbecue. Come in, tune in, pop out here. If you are a small business owner, we're going to be interviewing some small business owners to give them some shine. But we're going to be right back. We're going to listen to some good music, and we're going to be right back here at Intellectual Radio.